Jackson in a story because you don't want your name attached to it? You're a chicken. That's what you are. You're not a tough person. You're a coward.
Greeny with Mike Greenberg, weekday mornings at 9 on 102.1 FM at 1350 ESPN Des Moines.
In his very first at bat, the 2-2, swinging a.
Right, dude, those things.
The following show on 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN Des Moines is paid for by Outdoors Tradition TV LLC.
Calling all stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
Morning, Sean. All right, welcome to this week's edition of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday morning all across the good old U.S. of A. We are live on Facebook, streaming courtesy of the fine folks at Imperial RV, and Andrew's over there running the controls. Morning, Andrew.
Good morning.
He's all happy this morning. He's all happy this morning. We got a fun show for you today. The show is brought to you in part by good friends over there at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle, where you can get $60 a month, get you a 12 by 50 assigned spot, secure gates 24/7, security cameras, discounts for multiple spots. You get 1 month free when you pay for the year in advance. That's a pretty good deal. And all you got to do is just call Tracy, Dick, or Danielle at 515-822-1362 and make an appointment, and they will take great care of you, at Three Rivers Boat and RV Storage in Carlisle. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Brant. Good morning, Bill. What's going on, everybody? Boy, we got a fun show for you today. We're going to be talking to George Lynch on ducks and doves, and we're going to be talking to Eric Price over at Lumenok in Illinois at 8 o'clock. And in between there, we got a whole bunch of hunting and fishing info for you to hand out here on the Outdoor Call Radio. So, busy week, man. I tell you what, it's been crazy. I'm starting to get some pretty decent buck pictures right now, especially down in Sheridan, down there at my buddy's place that I get to hunt down there. So the deer are starting to separate, move a little bit, and that's a good buck pictures. Oh. I don't want to hear that.
You want to hear your own self?
No, I don't want to hear me. Are you
sure?
kidding? No, I don't want to hear me. Good morning, Chris Hall. Good to see you, buddy. Embarrassing your buddy Sean. What? I have no idea, man. They're picking on each other. Morning, Mountain Man. Boy, Mountain Man. We haven't seen Mountain Man in ages. Good to see you there, Mountain Man. I know what he's saying. Good morning, Dan. How you doing, Dan? The old Mountain Man.
You know, Mountain Man, if you have a audio clip just of you with a Dan impersonation, please do so.
Well,
I'd love to hear that.
Well, you can hear him on the Outdoor Call Radio app. He's on every Wednesday on the Keystone Experience.
But I don't hear him often do the Outdoors Dan voice.
Oh, you know what would he say about me? That Outdoors Dan feller's a fine fella. Yeah. Boy, I tell you what, there's a big show going on in Illinois right now. It's called the Deers and Beers Show over in Illinois. And is that in Peoria? Is that in Bloomington or Peoria? It's over one of the two. But morning, Andrew. I hope so. Andrew, I hope you get a big one too, buddy. Good morning, Fishing Dave. That's going to be a fun event this weekend. It's in Bloomington, Illinois. So if you're not doing anything this weekend, if you want to go over and see a bunch of good deer stuff, head over to the Deers and Beers. Working Class Bow Hunters is over there. Lots Outdoors. If you're looking at a Baku bike, go see Sean Lots at Lots Outdoors. They got a bunch of stuff going on. Our buddy Bo Harris from Bojangle Baits is over there. He's got a big booth. So I know it's not that far of a drive, but I tell you what, if I wasn't busy, I'd be over there. That'd be a good time. All right, we got a lot to do, so we better get at it. Let's go say hi to our buddy Georgie Lynch this morning. Good morning, Georgie.
Good morning, Dan.
What you doing, George? Hey, turn my headphones up, Andrew, will you? You got
so demanding.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. George, say something.
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good. So, can you believe it, man? Teal season's next week.
and it's gonna be honest before you know it. And I'm ready. I'm ready for the fall. I'm ready to start getting out there and start getting in the fields. I'm pumped.
Yeah, we got doves opening up next week. We got ducks. I'm telling you, man, it's getting there. David's listening to us. They're camping out at Juster Park. Thanks, David. We appreciate you. Good morning, Tony. Good to see you. Georgia, let me ask you some questions because I don't know anything about waterfowl hunting. So I mean, I've learned just by listening from you every Wednesday on the Outdoor Call Radio app when you do your show. But good morning, Andrew. I shot and hit one last year and happens to be on camera last week. Andrew, that's exciting news. George, that's good when you shoot a deer and you don't get him, but you see him back the next year on camera. That's a good feeling.
That's a real good feeling. It kind of lifts up the monkey off your back there for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we all mess up once in a while. I mean, that's just the nature of hunting. If you hunt long enough, it's going to happen to you. But man, when you see that they brushed it off and they're doing okay, that definitely makes me feel better. That's for sure. Georgie, so I don't know, man. If I was going to probably go waterfowl hunting, I'd probably like to try teal because teal ducks are just cool. I mean, I love mallards. But that's those blue wings and green wings. I mean, they're just beautiful ducks, man, and they taste good.
Yeah, they're my favorite eating, and actually, they get overrated. People think they're faster than what they are when you're shooting them, even compared to a mallard. But they're kind of the little blue angels that come in. They come in with their groups, and and the cool thing about when you shoot teal is they kind of rise up instead of peeling off. They do a little rise up. And yeah, I was in Utah one time. We were hunting a canal, which was different, and actually the teal were coming down the canal, so we were actually almost shooting down, which was different. So,
I mean, is your approach to teal different than mallards or more gansers, or I mean, what do you do?
Basically with teal, it's all about location and a point, and because teal are going to be one of those that fly by, and they look and they're going to come over and they're going to swing once, swing twice. Usually, if they're going to do it, it's the third time they're coming in. But with teal, it's not really calling. To me, like I said before, I'll go out and I'll throw my spread. It's not really a big spread because at that time the teal are not used to seeing that concentration of ducks. It's not really realistic. But I do like putting goose decoys, and I'll put them in the upland. And if I have a wind in my face, of course, they're going to be the further out decoy. But it's an identification. They can see that on the water so much more than the small duck decoys. So, to me, it's about finding location. Usually, it's points, peninsulas and stuff like that, and the lakes, and look, calling. Calling with the, and you can use the hen mallard call, but usually with teal, you speed it up and you do a little high pitch yak 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 yak. But the calling, it's just being in the location. It's location.
Okay. Well, and how'd that go?
Yeah, that's a little deal.
That's funny. Yeah. Good morning, Curtis. Curtis won the Iowa Turkey Calling Championship. Yeah, congratulations. Steve, good morning. Wow. Dennis, good morning. We need to get Curtis on and talk about that. Curtis, I'll get a hold of you here in a week or two. It's just been nuts, bud. Dennis, good morning. Steve, good morning. Jeff, good morning. John Pageant. Did you know who John Pageant is, Georgie?
Yeah.
Yep. Shot the number 2 Osceola in the state of Florida.
Yep. Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to have the number 2 of anything.
Or take it number 2. One of the two.
I always feel better. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Little 6th grade humor here this morning. Sorry. Yeah. But no, I tell you, my biggest thing with teal would be making sure I see the colors right because I'm partially colorblind, and I mean you really need to make sure you're shooting the right duck before. I know the sizes are different. I know a mallard or a merganser, different ducks. And we need to get a shirt made. I want a 1 or 2% royalty, but you guys need to make shirts that say it's a different duck.
It's a different duck.
It's a different duck. That's a great shirt, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There'd be kind of line right up there. It's a different day. It's a different duck.
It's a different duck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue shirt.
Yeah.
We'll go 1.5 on royalty.
I'm fine with that as long as Diane signs off on it.
Diane signs up. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He says, Mr. Lynch always has been good to love listening to his podcast. That's Rob Warwick in Pennsylvania.
Well, thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
Hey, good morning, Chris. Good morning. Good to see you, buddy. Man, so what do we do? I mean, how do you know what you're shooting at, Georgie? I mean, it's
absolutely true, and that's I'll tell you what, you won't see the DNR in your area, but opening day of teal season, they'll be doing their rounds and checking because that's their job and they're supposed to do that. So yeah, the teal is you'll see more conservation officers probably during the teal season, and then you do the regular waterfowl season, and that's because they do know that people misidentify the birds coming in. And Dan, we talk about locations, we talk about having the right gun, and being comfortable in shooting the right shot. That is all important. But you're 100% correct that learning to identify that, and that is a scary thing. So you got to look at, number one, if you know ducks, the teal they fly totally different. They fly more tighter in their groups. They sail more with mallards. Kind of seem to drop in and straight down when they come in. So it's a little bit different in that. But you got to look and look at the color, look at the size, and what's tough in early season is a lot of the drakes. Their plumage is not full color yet. And I remember years up in Canada, and it bothers you because you don't want to shoot young drakes before they get developed. But in Canada, that was always, you're up there and they were eggshell ducks. You're really hunting that the first time they're seeing a hunter. And man, there's a lot of times that drakes are shot, and you look and wow, the plumage is really close to that of a hen. So identification. You study, look at. I'd go on YouTube, watch guys hunting teal ducks, and just to watch the flight and look for the head. Watch the heads and try to see that green or blue patch on the wing and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I know. Morning, Tim Henning. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Hank. How you doing down there at Revelton? Just looking at the plumage and stuff. Like when I used to go down to the Ikes every Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. It was either Tuesday or it was Tuesday. But they always had teal and teal wings and stuff made into little presentation boards and stuff where you could go look at the plumage. And I mean, I could tell when I'm hunting in Montana and there's water holes out there, I see teal all the time. But it's a lot different when you're sitting in a blind or sitting on some sagebrush and you got your binos and you're able to watch them through your optics, where you're sitting there just watching them with your eyes with your shotgun. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and the tough part is that early morning, especially with the sun, you get legal shooting mallards, but it's still a little visible. The light isn't full at full strength. So you can if it's a little bit of darkness, it's tough to identify them.
Yeah.
And if you got a new hunter and he's in the blind, he's like the dog, he's nervous. He likes, he's excited. He wants to, and that first ducks that come in, you just got to, definitely got to have someone in your group. So I'm telling guys right now, I'm putting myself out there. If you got a super hot teal spot, you call George Lynch, and I will come and I will show you how to identify those teal.
Well, there you go. Hey, listen, I know you're kidding, but in all sincerity,
not really, Dan.
Yeah, that's really a good suggestion, is to take somebody that's a seasoned hunter with you, so you got an extra pair of eyes. Because I'm not trying to put a negative on any of it, but once you take that shot, you can't take it back. So you do want to make sure you're seeing what you're seeing.
We did some, and the youth duck hunting, it's big, and I have a real good friend, Jason Pollock, out there in New York, and we've done a couple of youth duck hunts with the DNR out there, and it's with a seasoned hunter with me, when they're flying in hey, here they are. But with the young boys, it was so cool because they would sit there and we tell each one, oh, that's these are ducks or those are teal. There's some geese. We'll bring some geese in. But those boys, we didn't let them shoot, and it was one at a time or two at a time until we had the ducks, and we put them in tight, and we knew for fact that they would shoot. But a lot of times we had ducks that might have been hanging at 30 yards, and you might help them identify, but then tell them not to shoot. But it was teaching them to learn to identify the duck and make sure. But it was a good thing, but it was a great educational thing that the DNR put on.
Absolutely. So, you got a call with you right now?
You know what? I'm not far from one.
Well, I'm gonna take a real quick break, and when we come back, I want you to do me a favor, and I want you to kind of make some calls. Just someone that's just starting out, just give us a couple of different calls that we need to focus on, so that way we know what we're, if you hear it, that's always a good way to do it. And I know that if you listen to the Outdoor Call Radio app on Wednesdays, actually George has been doing a little mini series on ducks and stuff, so you're going to be able to hear some duck and goose calls if you listen Wednesdays. And that's always, if you hear it a few times, it's better to emulate it when you hear it than to try to just do it on your own. Right, George?
Oh, 100%, Dan.
Yep. All right, you're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio. I'm here with Georgie Lynch. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Did you hear the news? The Olive Tap has a brand new location in the district of Prairie Trail in Ankeny, and is now serving fresh salads and sandwiches every day.
Did he
The
really?
Olive Tap is your one destination for the finest cooking oils, spices, and vinegars, and now fresh salads and sandwiches. They now have even more of your favorite olive oils from Italy, Greece, Spain, and other countries, with unique flavors like Tuscan herb, basil, spicy garlic and Parmesan, smoky bacon, and jalapeno, just to name a few. The Olive Tap also offers special oils like avocado and walnut oils, not to mention
There you go, Rob.
varieties of balsamic vinegars.
I would love to go to Pennsylvania and go wood duck hunting.
Barbecue, sour apple,
I just
dark
think I gotta find the time, my
The
friend.
Olive Tap carries sauces, spices, seasonings, jellies, and other fine cooking items that anyone who cooks would enjoy. They even offer cooking classes and tasting parties.
Oh,
Stop by the Olive
look
Tap.
what I got. I got one of the brand new 1 cent minis, and I've got a cartridge. We're gonna be giving that away today on the show. That and a grunt call. Don't you want to make sure you're listening for trivia today?
Your time in the outdoors? Well, Tacticam has been helping hunters do that very thing. Whether it's one of our 5.0 or the 5.0 wide camera, you're going to capture your hunts like never before. They can help you cover your bow fishing trips with a new.
And I still want Justin Jefferson, but
waterproof and ready to record some awesome bow fishing
just
action.
say I don't want to give up Javante or Jonathan Taylor.
Wi-Fi compatible. Feature live stream capabilities.
Well, I mean, I got Debo. Debo's right there, but and AJ Brown's going to have a good year. 4 weeks to the moose hunt, Brant. Woo! Well, actually, 3.5. Can't wait, buddy. Moose burgers. Moose burgers. Loose moose sandwiches. I'm ready.
Heading to your favorite outdoor spot? Is your hunting, fishing, or utility knife ready for any task? Well, if you
Yeah, I talked to them up there. They said it's been like 32 degrees in the mornings already in Alberta. I said, that's awesome.
By using changeable, flexible,
It's going to be cold in the morning and 50s in the afternoon.
including curved and serrated knives.
Morning, Nath. Good to see you.
Axes, and even kitchen knives. The Worksharp knife and tool sharpener does this with precision angle sharpening guides and flexible abrasive belts to ensure the proper 20-degree angle every time. Each Worksharp knife and tool sharpener is assembled in the USA by a family-owned and operated company. Customer service is always a call away. So if you love the outdoors and depend on a sharp knife...
Man, Richard, you're going to be hitting that right. Richard said 4 weeks, and he's going to be walleye fishing up at Leach. That's up in northern Minnesota. That you're going to hit that just about right. They're already biting up there, Richard. I talked to my buddy the other day. He said they're on fire on Big Winnie and Cass and a couple other lakes. They're catching a lot of fish. The walleye bite's already pretty good.
Folks just looking for a new direction to plan in their life. If find yourself struggling and are looking for someone to help you find answers to a better
Wish I was
relationship,
up there doing a little
marriage,
jigging.
or just helping with everyday stress, please consider calling me at New Life. We offer a family-friendly,
I'm going to be out
straightforward
there.
approach to helping you to get through the layers of stress that can be harmful to your health, relationships, and your work.
Actually, I'm not going to. I'm going to let them do the calling. That sounded pretty bad.
Choices on how to handle the issues.
Can you imagine? I can't wait for that thing to come popping through the brush, man. Antlers out to there. It's gonna look like a Volkswagen coming through the timber, man.
Or 964-5003 in Ankeny. Also find us 24/7.
All I know is I'm gonna have to go somewhere and find me some big buns.
Launched the best-in-class cellular trail
Big
camera,
old moose
the number one
sandwich
selling action
buns.
camera in the industry. The new
Morning,
Reveal
Mark.
Tacticam will change the way you scout forever. Not only is it one of the easiest to set up, but the
There
most
you go, Rich.
affordable
That sounds
cellular
good.
camera on the market. As you know,
That's a
you
busy
can't
fair
play
up there.
the game and leave your scent when checking cameras in the field. With Reveal, those issues are gone. You can receive pictures in almost real time right to your app without going into the field. The Reveal offers half-second trigger speeds, detects game from up to 96 feet away in 4G and LTE wireless modules. Verizon and AT&T plans available.
Good morning, Mark.
24-inch LCD
Good to see
screen,
ya.
adjustable night illumination, and data plans starting as low as $5 a month. The Reveal's world-class app allows you to set up your camera, add cameras, view and organize pictures, and much more. Again, plans starting as low as $5 a month. The new Reveal by Tacticam saves time, gas, and most importantly, helps you stop educating your game. RevealCellCam.com for more info.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Man, I went online yesterday. My taxidermist, Davy Jones, said they wanted some solar panels for their Tacticam Reveals. Everybody's sold out. I had no idea they were sold out of those already, so I had to put an order in for 4 of them. I'm gonna get 2 for them, and I'm gonna stash 2 just in case. The cameras are pretty. You can still find some cameras, but I can't believe the solar panels are gone already. That's crazy. Good morning, John. Let's go back to the phones and see what see what he's doing. You still there, Georgie?
I'm right here, Danny.
All right. So you got. Give me a couple teal calls that you're going to be throwing at them.
It's kind of the same tempo and the cadence of what a hen mallard, but you speed it up. It's a quicker, basically. But you can still hang on. I mean, they're still going to come in with a hen mallard if you're sitting there.
That's good, man.
You.
Seems like you've done that before.
You know what? I started a couple days ago, and Diane's a fast teacher.
So, hey, when you're in your call sequence and you got that, I can't do it, but what does that represent?
It's called the feed.
They're feeding.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
It's to me, and I've heard it years ago. Sean Mann explained when he would talk about it, he's actually right. Animals don't have words or vocabulary. Their sound and emulation and stuff that they make, whether it's deer, turkey, ducks, and everything else, is all based on emotions. You know that. The more you get the fire deck gobbler, when he's hitting it, it's because he's fired up. It's an emotion.
Right.
Same way with that duck, or a goose. So you depend on watching their tempo, and if they're excited, then I can get up excited with them, and they're more vocal when you get to it. So, but the feed is emulated. If you can picture it, it's like a kid eating ice cream and going yum yum yum. Oh, that's good. That's the same thing with the duck. It's a very content when they're on that water. And then the fast feed that a lot of people, they said, well, ducks do that. It's true in the air, but it works so well on the ground. So don't be afraid to hit that fast speed when you're. be afraid to hit that, because ducks do that a lot as they're flying over.
Mm-hmm.
So when the ducks, and why I think it works so well for ducks and you're doing it on the ground, is because I believe that when they're coming in, they think it's ducks. It's more ducks that are flying in, and it's a territorial thing.
I got you. All right. Well, I've heard the feeding calls a lot, especially out west and stuff. I mean, when they're on the water. I mean, I hear that, but I can't honestly say I knew that was a feeding call. So, but so that and I mean, what do you do? What do you do? Do they have an alert call?
Well, a lot of guys with a hen mallard, especially and I'm talking with mallards with teal, it's a big flush. You hear them wings flushing in the water when they're getting up. But when a hen mallard, a lot of guys will sit there and she'll get that quack. Put that in there. But if a hen mallard is spooked,
okay,
it's out of her faster cadence is a lot faster.
Well, and I don't think I've ever asked anybody that before, but it's just like when you're turkey hunting and you start hearing that hen putting, that's and for folks that don't know, that alarm, that's an alarm putt for turkeys. They make that when something's not right, they start doing that alarm putt, and that's not good. So I figured waterfowl would have something to warn.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I mean, they're so social animals. I mean, they're that whole flock depends on they depend on that whole flock.
And this is why it's so important. And like I said, in teal, learn to get that right sound and cadence. And you don't have to be a world champion to be a great duck hunter or a duck caller. You don't. It's about learning to hit that rhythm. I said there's three things. It's rhythm, it's the cadence, and it's the sound, that pitch. You get that in there. If you can get that sound and then timing, one of the best rule of thumbs if you're going to work on ducks, and it's teal, mallards, or anything else, is always call it the side or call it their rear. When ducks are coming in and stuff like that, I don't constantly want to put that call in back in the brush and away from the decoys. You want to keep it realistic as possible, but when ducks and geese or anything, and they're in that front of your face and they're coming in, and guys are just hammering on that duck call, those ducks can be drawing attention to yourself in that blind. So it's quiet. And a lot of times when you're hunting in areas, and this is the thing to remember, guys, if you're hunting in an area, there's a lot of competition, which you probably have, because, you got to hunt where the teal are. And so one of the things you'll hear guys, as soon as they see teal or ducks or mallards, they'll start hammering on their calls. And then they'll come to them, and then they'll fly over to the next guys, and they're already hammering on our calls. What we do is totally different. We'll set the ducks, and if the ducks don't break that plane, that degree of angle coming down, then I know that they don't have they're not going to come in. They're not the interest. They're just curious, and they're going to fly over. So what we do is there's no one home. We shut up. We let the ducks fly over us, and as soon as they get by about 20 yards, 30 yards, then you hit that mallard. Whack, 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 whack at their rears. So it's the timing thing. So all of a sudden I caught attention, and to get them to circle back, I'll hit them on the side, a couple times. But each time, the rule of thumb, you're just going to speed up. You're going to be a little softer, and you're going to speed it up a little quicker each turn that they're coming in to finish those ducks down in the decoys.
All right. Well, that makes sense. Daniel Matthews said to tell you hi.
Hey, Danny boy.
Mark James. Good morning, Mark. Good to see you. Danny says you've helped him on his calling a lot.
Yep. You know what? That right there shows that I can almost perform miracles.
That's kind of mean, George.
That was mean, Danny. I love you. Danny actually he hunts with some great guys down there in Arkansas. He's got here's a kid that is a heck of a bow shot. He's a heck of a deer hunter, and he got someone took him duck hunting down there, and I remember him calling me, and he is what's neat about it. He put the work in. He was running a duck call constantly, and he's one of those guys. If you put the time in, and you got a little bit going on upstairs a little bit, but if you put the time in, and you learn right from the first time. They'll pick it up quick, and that's what Danny did. You know, he's hunting with the right guys. It's and someone who's older. The toughest thing is getting somebody who learned on their own, and then you got to break their bad habits first, then to show them the right way.
Yeah.
And Danny, learning the right way first, it makes it a lot easier.
Hey, what about dove seasons? I know you like to wing shoot too. I mean, is there anything special you look for besides grains or sunflower fields or water? I mean, where do you like to set up for doves?
The biggest thing, you know, here's the thing about doves, and to understand, I grew up in the state of Michigan my whole life, you know, before I moved out here to Iowa, which I love. We never had a dove season in Michigan. We had it 1 year, and then the law, they took it away again. They might have it today. I have been gone for about 7 years, but in my time of living in Michigan, you couldn't hunt doves. So coming to Iowa, I mean, that's been like the big treat, is being able to go hunt the doves and stuff like that. My thing with doves is I would use a little, I love the mojos, the little dove flappers. I love that stuff. That's what I use. Try to be in pathways. Look, if you're scouting on doves with me, it's like anything else. They're going to have pathways. They're going to have their bottlenecks, or however they fly, their path flight that they're going to take. Usually get on that, do a little scouting, watch them. I watch telephone. I mean, just the concentration. But with me, with shooting doves, it's a shooting thing. It's nice if you got the feed, but for average Joe, try to find a flight, use a spinner, and I tell guys, 20 gauges are so popular. The loads that they're making today is they're wicked. And shooting dove, it's go to a lighter gun. You're going to be shooting a lot more. Go with something that you can swing fast, not like your big goose gun that you're going to take out there, but go out there and be sharp on your shooting.
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, morning, John. Good to see you this morning. Yeah, I grew up in Missouri, so George, we've had, it's Dove September 1st. That's a big deal back in Missouri.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, that's squirrel season, dove season, and deer season. Those are the three, and well, ducks too, but those are the big four. But man, it's amazing. What I like about dove hunting is it's one of the most economical hunts that you can take kids out to. Get you a couple buckets, get you some box of shells. I mean, you can get your decoys, or you can set up on a grainage field, or look for when they go in, they cut some of the crops, any of that spillage and stuff. The doves will be in that area. You don't need a lot to go out there and take the kids dove hunting.
No, and it's the weather's right. And one thing is out here, Michigan, the mosquitoes should have been our state bird, but the mosquitoes would just carry you away. So always remember, have a little bug. And I think you're going to have to help me out, Dan. I just went brain dead. What's the mosquito, the bug repellent you carry on your side that you
Thermacell?
Thermacells are awesome.
Yeah, that lethal bug and tick repellent works really good. Spraying down, but you got to get that on your skin. That's safe for the whole family. But thermacells are good, and we on Respect the Game TV we wear game high clothing, and that Elimitic clothing. I don't know if a lot of folks realize this. I haven't had a tick, George, in 6 years because I wear the socks, the pants, and the shirt. And the ticks, they get on there, they can't stand it. But another thing, mosquitoes, when they land on you, they won't bite you. Now, if you got bare skin, they'll bite you there. But everywhere that you got the clothes, they can't stand that stuff that's in that clothing.
That's that's a huge help. But to me, I come up from a generation that it shows you the tougher men would always show how many tick bites we had.
Well, here's the thing about ticks, man. They'll kill you now. They got that alpha-gal syndrome going around. I mean, there's no way that I would want to go the rest of my life without able to eat meat. And
oh my gosh,
you get that alpha-gal syndrome. You can get that from a tick being on you for just 15 minutes, and you'll have what it does is makes you have a allergic reaction to proteins. So when you try to eat meat, you get sick where you got to go to the hospital. It's horrible.
And Dan, the ticks are the worst I've seen in Iowa this year. They started, when that turkey season, usually you'll go in the beginning of turkey season, we don't see them, and then it starts warming up, and as soon as that little foliage, the fur from the first tick that crawls on you, they are loaded. And this year, we have had, just going in the yard, we tried to spray yards and keeping them off the horses and keep them off, but ourselves, I've never been covered in the small ticks. They're like pin drops that you're sitting in there crawling, and I sprayed and I put everything on and try to, but when you're wearing shorts and walking in the yard, I'm always pulling ticks off me.
Yeah.
It's just been, but usually when you hit the late August, they disappear. So yesterday, I know you've seen we put the pond. We're doing food plot. We've done a lot of work here, and Diane and I were doing a lot of walking. Not one tick. So it seems to. I don't know if the dryness, but usually or the heat, but usually, at the end of August they taper off. But this summer was bad with them.
Yeah. I trust me, man. I wear that Lumenok everywhere I go because I don't want chiggers and I don't want ticks.
I've had Lyme's disease, and I keep telling Diane and I said, everybody that comes turkey hunting, wants to talk about calls, wants to talk about this, or the gun or their shells that they're using. And I think one of the things that I should be doing as someone who's had Lyme disease, that we need to be educating our fellow hunters. That's the most important thing, is safety out in the woods.
Yeah.
And
well, it's just not Lyme disease. There's some bacterial stuff going around. I can't remember the name of that, but that's not good. They actually had 2 fatalities in Connecticut or New Hampshire with that. And then, there's some that it's getting scary. So you really need to make sure you kind of taking as much precautions as you can when you go out there. Ken Huser said that you are the worst caller he's ever heard.
Well, you know what? Ken's a liar because he's the worst. I might be second, but he's the worst.
Yeah, Kent didn't say that. He said, "Tell George hi, Ryan, and I need some more help with our goose hunting this year," is what he said.
Dude, those guys are awesome, and they got some great hunting spots down there. When get near goose season again, I have a great story to tell of Larry Mack and those boys down there. They wanted me to come down, and we did a film and calling trying to kill geese, and they were hunting with bows. And what a story!
Yeah,
it's a great story.
Well,
Kent's got some property, and he's got some birds. He's got some good stuff. He's a good hunter.
Yeah, well, he's not a good hunter.
I'm trying to be kind, Dan.
I know you are, but let's just call it like it is. He needs a lot of help with his deer identification and judging skills, because I don't know how many times I've been in a stand with him. And it's like, Dan, shooter, and I'm looking and I'm going, where? He goes, right over there. I go, Kent, that's a 115-inch deer. That's not a shooter.
You calling him out now, ain't you?
Yeah, I guarantee he's talking to himself right now.
Hey, tell Kent I'm going to put him on my prayer list. That Lord, please help Kent be a better hunter. There you go.
Yeah.
Amen.
Mike says ticks are the worst part about being a taxidermist. Every fresh animal that comes here in Pennsylvania, they're crawling with them. Yeah, that's not good, Mike.
I can't imagine. We had some people staying in the cottage, and they were telling me they saw the doe in the back there the other morning, and her ears was covered with black stuff. And, I see them on the trail cameras. You'll see the ticks just all over them. Of course, it's like the dog, and of course, my wife. I'm not going to tell you the story that I have to pick the ticks and where I pick the ticks from. But
yeah.
She holds the tail while I do it, just to give you a little example. But the dog, I've seen them. What they'll do is they'll get on, and you look down, and man, they look like a big blueberry.
Yeah.
And what they do is they fill up and fall off, and then, it's full of blood. It's just, it's a wicked animal. It's a wicked critter.
Yeah, I take Raven. I can't remember what that stuff's called, but it's an edible, and if they bite him, they die. So that to me, the topical stuff is it doesn't do a lot of. He's just a mess, man. That dog's into everything. But I try to be real quick tip. If you're taking your dogs out in the field, don't check around their neck, check around their rear, their hams. And then don't forget about inside the paws. You know, the little folds of skin inside their paws. They can actually get ticks in there. So make sure you check that out as well.
Wow.
Hey,
Dan, does it mean I don't bathe enough? Because when ticks die when they bite me too. The answer is because I don't bathe enough.
yeah, I'm not going to touch that, George. Yeah, your bathing routine is not going to be part of my repertoire on the show today. Yeah. Hey, I got to go, man. Tell everybody where they can find out about Legendary Gear.
Go to legendarygearusa.com. It's legendarygearusa.com. I appreciate y'all. Stay safe out there.
Yeah. Ken said it's never going to end. I said, no, Ken, it's not until you learn how to identify your deer. I'm telling you. Hey, George, thanks, buddy. And you can catch George every Wednesday on the Outdoor Call radio app. It's all free, and he's doing some really good series on duck and geese calling. The goose stuff's going to be coming up here in a couple weeks. But, hey, did you start recording the ones on the shotgun loads and stuff yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's coming up here in the next week or two. So tune in to George's podcast on Wednesdays on the Outdoor Call. George, tell Diane thanks, and I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one, my friend.
Bye, buddy. There he goes, Mr. George Lynch. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Tired or not sleeping or feeling pain all day? Well, you don't have to suffer. And you can get help
That was
to
just the
relax.
second break you took.
Have you heard of Emperor One? Emperor One is a U.S.-based company that
I'll
is
just do
helping folks
short
reduce
segments.
pain every day. I've been using the Emperor One CBD lotion and salve on my knee and back, and I have seen incredible results in pain relief. It's also helping me to stop having to take other medications that can cause me stomach issues to get relief. Emperor One offers lotions, drops, gummies, and other CBD products that have been helping folks all around this country.
That stuff's good. Boy, my shoulder and my knee hurts. I put that topical on, a CBD topical. My shoulder and my knee feels better within 5-10 minutes. Stuff's good stuff.
Or reduce your daily stress, please go check out Emperor1CBD.com.
And it doesn't stink.
That's Emperor1CBD.com, and your days will start feeling better really soon.
If bow hunting or archery is your passion, get to Archery Field and Sports in Altoona and see what's new in your sport. Archery Field and Sports has been helping archers and bow hunters for generations. They have the experience to help you with your purchase and help you reach your goals.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Archery Field and Sports carries archery gear from Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, and Bear, plus all the top extras and accessories you'll ever need.
Brant, that sounds good, man. I love dove rolls, man.
And our experts at personally fitting you to the bow you
Dove
want.
breast with cream cheese wrapped in bacon, smoked for 275 degrees for about 90 minutes for 2 hours. That's good stuff, Brant. I like taking dove and putting them in jalapeno poppers with bacon. That's good too.
At East 56th Street in Altoona.
Smoked dove.
Wednesday through Sunday with leagues during the week. For more information, go to archeryfield.com or call 515-265-6500.
You were hunting, and a deer tick just crawled onto your leg and is burying its head into your flesh. You can't feel the bite.
Tell some stories about Sean. I don't have any stories about Sean yet. I'll see if I can find some.
The doctor may or may not test you for Lyme disease. The test may or may not detect it, meaning you may or may not get the medication needed. If untreated or not treated on time,
I'm sure I'll have some soon.
A lifetime of complications. Don't take that chance. Get Elimitic clothing from Game Hide. Elimitic features Insect Shield, a repellent that is fused to the fabric fibers. Ticks hate it.
Absolutely.
Elimitic clothing will retain its effectiveness for the life of the garment and needs no special care. The treatment is odorless and invisible.
Well, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate you watching and listening. Thank you.
Other biting insects, and is featured in a complete line of quality Game Hide hunting clothing.
Sean hasn't invited me to go hunting in Illinois yet.
Are you getting ready for hunting season?
Hint, hint.
Well, you've done your homework, and now the time is.
I'd like to come to that Beers and Deers thing today. I wish I was over there with you guys. That sounds like a lot of fun. Working classes, Kurt and all the guys from working classes over there, and like I said, Bo Harris is there. Sean, all the gang, you guys are there. That'd be a lot of fun.
Daryl and Angie are the owners, and they take great.
I love big shows. I love shows like that. Get to see everybody and tell some stories.
Elk, or even bear, processed and hand wrapped, cut to your specifications. If you like tasty snacks, Daryl does a great job making snack sticks, summer sausage, and jerky with all sorts of cheese and spice combinations. They do a ton of deer each year at the Milo Locker, and they do each order like it was their own.
I will, Ryan. I'll tell him.
And need a good locker? Try the Milo Locker. Check them out today or just give them a call at 641-942-6231. And you're on your way to some great eating.
There's a place in Ankeny
Last
that's
one.
all about the outdoors. And that place
Last
is
one
Sportsman's
coming back.
Warehouse. They provide all lines of hunting and fishing gear at the best prices. You can find gear for deer, turkey, waterfowl, elk.
I'm actually going to give something away one this hour, and I'm going to give. I got a really nice dual grunt call I'm going to give away today. This double back. I love this double back, man. You can really vocalize really nice with this. So we'll do one per hour. Make it easier.
Daiwa, Abu Garcia, Quantum, and Zebco. From the serious angler to the regular fishing enthusiast, Sportsman's Warehouse has all you need. From camping to boating to the best clothes and footwear like lacrosse and Danner for the entire family. That's what you'll find at Sportsman's Warehouse. They're located off Highway 35 on Orlando.
John, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day at work, buddy. Thank you.
Series happening every month. Your hometown outdoor store should be Sportsman's Warehouse in Ankeny.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
A lot of things going on. We've got doves, ducks. Urban bow hunting is going to start September 15th. Regular season is going to start October 1st. They got early muzzleloader in there. Things are popping, that's for sure. In about 6 weeks, we're going to start giving away those diamond earrings from Herman's Fine Jewelers. The 12 weeks of Christmas we're going to do this year. We got 12 pairs of custom diamond earrings thanks to Donnie and Frank over at Herman's 2900 University. That's right, 2900 University Avenue in West Des Moines. And I tell you what, we're doing that so you're going to be able to have just another nice gift in this economy that you're not going to have to go spend several $100s and make somebody's day happy on Christmas.
That's insane.
It is insane, but we're insane and we care. That's for sure. So anyway, 12 days of Christmas is coming up. All right, so I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give away that dual back grunt call. So if you haven't won anything in the last 30 days and you're a bow hunter, well, you don't have to be a bow hunter. You could be a shotgun hunter, I guess. But if you're grunting, you're going to be using it more in the rut than you will shotgun season. But if you can, first person that calls in at 244-1350 and can tell me what that little hole in your riser of your bow where you put your rust is called, I'm going to give you that grunt call. Tell me what that little hole is called. There's a specific name. If you know that, I will give you that grunt call. So that's easy. So while Andrew is doing that, let me hit the fishing report real quick. Let me hit that. Let's see. Black Hawk Lake, water levels are about 6 inches below the crust on the spillway. Water clarity is roughly 12 inches. Black crappie are fair. Fish are 8 to 11 inches. Try along the ice house point. Bluegills are slow. Channel kitfish bite is slow. Brushy Creek, black crappie bite is fair. Bass are fair. Plastics traditional bass lures along the submerged woody structure and weed lines near the shore are producing fish. Storm Lake, don't forget any walleye between 19 and 25 inches must be immediately put back. And you're only allowed no more than one walleye longer than 25 may be taken. Black crappie bite is fair. Channel catfish bite is fair. Walleye are fair. They're catching walleyes early morning, late evening. They're on trolling them, crankbaits, crawler harnesses, drifting leeches near the edges and the dredge cuts. Yellow bass is fair there. Bees Lake, the black crappie bite is fair. Drifting or trolling a tube jig or trolling small crankbaits are helping there. Yellow bass are slow. Clear Lake, the lake is 1 inch below crest. Bass are fair, walleye are slow. Black crappie bite is fair. They're drifting, fishing with small jig and a dredge cuts. Bluegill are fair. Rice Lake, the largemouth bass is fair. Bluegill are fair. Perch are fair. Silver Lake, the bluegill bite's fair. Warm under a bobber, and the open pockets in the vegetation are producing some nice gills. Largemouth bass are good. They're hitting on top waters. Upper Pine Lake, black crappie bite is good. Largemouth bass bite is good. East Okoboji Lake, water temps in the mid-70s. Boy, that's going down, huh? Water level is at crest. Fish are out of deeper water during the warm temperatures. Trolling has been working very well Finding crappie and yellow bass in 12 to 17 feet of water. Let's see. Black crappie bite is good. Best bite is in 10 to 15 feet of water along the weed lines. Bluegills are good. Walleye are fair. Tell you what, let me hit another quick break so I can get caught up, and I'll finish the fishing report when I come back. First person to call in, 244-1350, and you can tell me what that little hole in your riser where your rust goes on a bow. They're going to get a brand new double back grunt call. This is the one we use on Respect the Game TV, and you're going to love it. 7 calls in one. 244-1350. We'll be right back.
Our dogs are part of the family, and we want to protect them at all times. Do you live in an area that you want to keep open and not have a traditional fence to protect your pet? No worries. Call Chris.
That's not a hard question, by the way.
Chris Spoltra is the owner of the Pet Stop franchise in the Des Moines area and has been keeping pets.
I just can't give it away.
A Pet Stop system will not only keep your pet from leaving your desired area outside, but can also be set up to keep your pet out of areas in your home. The Pet Stop system is underground, keeping your property open and easy to maintain. Plus, with a friendly user app on your phone,
this week went quick. Can't believe it's Saturday already.
Dogs enjoy their playtime and stay safe at the same time.
This week flew by.
And keep your home looking great. Call 515-975-2190 or go online at petstop.com. Pet Stop of Des Moines. Outdoors Dan recommended and even approved.
Really?
Hey, have you heard the news about the great new products from Pine Ridge Archery Products? The makers of the video camera support system, the Pro Bow Cam, and the AT5 trail camera.
Got the ugly buck. We got the ugly buck contest coming up. We're going to give away
50 archery accessories that you will want to get on your bow.
There you go, Curtis. We're going to be giving away those Tacticam POV cameras and absolutely, Richard. Next Saturday, we're giving away that 6.0 and the 5.0, that $50 gift card to Game Hide, and the Work Sharp electric work sharpener. So that's going to be next Saturday. We're going to draw the winners for that. So you still got one more week, last week, for the screenshot contest on the app. Just go to the app, listen to what's playing, take a screenshot, and email that to me, and I'll put you in the hat for some prizes.
All these great new products at Sportsman's Warehouse or anytime.
And then after that, we got the Dave Smith Decoys Ugly Buck Contest.
Do you go the extra step and try to stay undetected and lethal? Well, Lethal Products can help you do that every trip. It starts by washing your clothes with the Lethal Products scent-free detergents, providing a layer.
That's about a $300-400 decoy.
The next step is taking a scent-free shower using Lethal shampoo and body wash and deodorant.
You're gonna love it. That's the one I used on the TV show last year.
If you do this system, your encounters will go way up while hunting big game. Keeping your stink to a minimum. Lethal Products also feature field body wipes that you can use to wipe down after walking into the tree on warmer days or emergencies in the field. Lethal Products also provides protection from little pests like ticks and mosquitoes with their bug and tick repellent. Lethal Products is a hunting system you can count on. For more information on Lethal Products, just go to lethalproducts.com. That's lethalproducts.com.
See, George, I learned how to do the feed call.
As we head to the field this hunting season, you need to remember
I stink at a duck call, man. I've tried. It's horrible. It's worse than my turkey calls.
Without having any previous exercise, remember.
And my turkey calls are getting pretty good. That duck call is horrible.
Materials, gauze, antibiotic ointment.
One of these days, I'm going to go waterfowl hunting. I know. I feel bad, man. Raven be all over it, man. He loves to fetch.
Your pet should also have a good physical exam to make sure.
There you go, Mitchell. Yeah, we're starting to get some hard-horned deer already. They're starting to shed that velvet.
Pet carrier for the trips, a blaze orange hunting vest, which makes your pet more visible and provides.
You stole my thunder. I was going to talk about that in a couple minutes.
Have fun. Remember, this is what most of our dogs were born to do. This message has been brought to you by Dr. Steve from Westfield Veterinary Hospital. For questions about keeping your pet healthy, contact Dr. Steve by phone at 515-9865-PET. Westfield Veterinary Hospital, for the life of your pet.
So it's time to refill the tank. Are you going for a great meal that won't break the bank? Well, why not fill up at Central Standard Restaurant in Milwaukee? There's more than great burgers and handmade ice cream shakes waiting for you at Central Standard Restaurant. They specialize in great food like buttermilk fried chicken, smoked pulled pork, grilled salmon or an Iowa pork tenderloin, to name just a few. Central Standard Restaurant features a large menu that will be sure to please even the pickiest ones in your crew. The daily
I was
mac and
shooting
cheese
broadheads yesterday.
to any kid from 5 to 50.
Most slick tricks were just
like Mom and Dad had back
right
in the day.
there.
Cold, tall, and amazing. Central Standard
It's a
Restaurant
special kind of feeling when you start shooting broadheads.
strawberry cheesecake.
It means it's
Chocolate
getting
strawberry
close.
and vanilla are always available as well. From large screen TVs and plenty of local and domestic brews, you'll be relaxed and enjoying your time at the Central Standard so much it'll become one of your go-to places. Carry-out is always available at Central Standard. Central Standard Restaurant is located at 1222 Southeast
I hear you, Curtis.
Milwaukee, Iowa. Just a short drive from anywhere.
Well, that's the problem. You can't do anything. I'd like to start pheasant hunting again and quail hunting.
Listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio. Let's go talk to Mike real quick on the phones. Mike, good morning. How are you?
Doing well, Dan.
You got an answer for me?
Are you thinking about lunch already with that burger hole?
The burger button?
The burger hole, yeah.
Yeah, the burger button. Say burger button.
Burger button.
There you go. I just want to make sure you say it right so I don't get any emails. So, you got it, Mike. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Thanks for listening, pal.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Hey, we'll call you after the show, Mike. Hey, good morning, Pete. Good to see you. I'm in Washita Lake. Black crappie bites good. Bluegills are good. Spirit Lake, the walleye season is open still up there. Walleye spinners, crankbaits, and long shad wraps are doing good up there. Gills are fair. Crappie are fair. Perch are good. Lestogabogie. Bluegill bite is good. Smallies are good. Wallies are good. Lake Wapello, black crappie bite is fair. Gills are good. And channel catfish, largemouth bass, rathbun. Channel catfish bite is fair. Wallies are good. Wipers are fair. Vertical jigging around the rock piles and trolling crankbaits are producing fish. Good morning, Rick Elliott. Good to see you. Hi, Pete. Good to see you, buddy. Big Creek bluegills are fair. Wallies are fair. Wipers are good. Des Moines River, Sailorville to Red Rock. Channel catfish bite is good. White bass are good. Striped bass wipers are good. Des Moines River, Stratford to Sailorville. Channel catfish bite is good. Don Williams crappie are good. Red Rock, white bass are fair. Sailorville, white bass are fair. Big Creek, bluegills and wallies are good. 3 Mile, gills are good. Walleyes are good. 12 Mile, gills and largemouth bass are slow. There you go. All right, we'll be right back with Mr. Eric from Lumenok right here on the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan.
You're heading out on your morning hunt well before sunrise, so you can stay undetected from that giant you've been chasing all season.
What do you want to bet? I'm talking about
exactly
onyx.
Where your stand or blind location is without letting anyone know where you're at walking in. Have you ever heard of onyx?
See?
Onyx
Told you.
is one of the most important pieces of hunting gear that you can use and always have with you. The Onyx Hunt app allows you not only to get from your truck to your hunting spots, it also allows you to mark and save your parking spots, scrapes, food plots, rub lines, or some possible next stand locations. The Onyx Hunt app is also a great way to see your property and know where you stand. Onyx is a mobile app that you can take anywhere. It's recognized by game wardens all around the country as a valuable hunting tool. So, if you want to always know where you are and have the ability to save information that will help you be a better hunter, go download the Onyx Hunt app at your app store today.
How many of you use lighted Knox? I do. We're going to have Eric on from Lumenok. They're made right there in Illinois, made in the USA, and he's going to tell you why they're such a good knot. I love, because you know why I use them? Because I can find my arrow. That's why I use them. Morning, Jim.
They feature an all-steel barrel Alcatraz blade lock system to prevent broadhead failures at the moment of impact that will help you get your game. If you're a mechanical fan, the Raptor Trick is going to be your favorite with its 4-edge bone-splitting tip, 2-inch cutting diameter, and deadly accurate.
About 10-15 minutes.
That they can depend on 100% of the time. You wait all season for that shot.
Tell him no cussing. No cussing on this here radio, Eric.
Go online at slicktrick.com.
What's that?
This year, trick 'em with slick trick broadheads and tag your game. If you're into cooking wild
He
game
might
or
bore
grilling,
you,
you'd
so
probably
you might have
love
to
to
cut him
transform
off.
your wild game into delicious meals or great tasting
I
snacks.
did about
High Mountain
10, 15
Seasonings has
minutes,
everything
and
you
he's
need
out
to
the
help you
door.
make some of the best tasting sausage, snack sticks, or jerky around. High Mountain
Perfect.
Seasonings offers simple, easy-to-use
There you
kits
go.
that are used
You
at
got
home,
about a
including
minute,
3
we'll be
new
right with you.
low-sodium blends that will produce wild game snacks your family will love. High Mountain Seasonings makes grilling steaks or
Too many
smoking your
rules.
favorite meats taste even better
What
with their
rules,
specialty
Richard?
spices, marinades, and rubs for deer, elk, or your favorite steaks. High Mountain has also just introduced taco and fajita blends that are spicing up kitchens and grills all across the country. Look for High Mountain Seasonings at Sportsman's Warehouse or at your favorite grilling retailer.
What's the
Or
last
go
one?
to himtnjerky.com for recipes and to find the closest store near you. High Mountain Seasonings has everything you need to make your game or favorite grilling meats taste great.
KRNT Des Moines is 102.1 FM and 1350 ESPN. Des Moines sports leader.
And that was
A
gone!
Des Moines Radio Group station.
This is the Outdoor
Morning, Rick.
Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to hour number 2 of the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan. Hour number 2 is brought to you by the fine folks at Elite Archery. Have you taken the shootability challenge yet? If you haven't, I encourage you to go to your nearest Elite dealer and do that. Look at the new Envision, the terrain, the Basin if you're on a budget, or if you got kids, the Basin's a great choice. The Ember's also another good choice for you. They can grow with that bow, which is very important these days, especially with the economy the way it is. And don't forget now, the reason we always tell you to go take the shootability challenge is comfortable, being comfortable. If you're comfortable and you repeat the same steps every time you draw back and get anchored in, you're going to be better shot. And the Elite bow, in my humble opinion, lets you aim and be more comfortable than any other bow out there. Not only that, but the functionality of the bow with the set technology and the ASIM tri-track cams. You can adjust stuff in the field. You don't need a bow press. And I used the set technology yesterday. I went for my field points. I went to 20 yards and I shot my field point. My field point was dead on. I shot my broadheads. My broadheads went about an inch to the right. I just took my set technology. I didn't move my sights. And I just went a quarter of a turn to the left on that set on each end of my bow. And the next shot, my broadheads were hitting where my field points were. And out to 20 and then out to 30 yards, they're right on the money. That's what's nice about that set technology. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, just go to your nearest Elite dealer, Archery Field and Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, or an Elite dealer near you. And if you're listening over in Illinois, our buddy Sean's got some Baku bikes, and he might be able to talk to you about a bow there too. But go check them out, and they'll take great care of you, and you'll see why I love Elite. All right, let's head over to the phones. And we're going to go see what our buddy Eric is up to this morning. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning, Dan.
How you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
You got that on speakerphone.
I do. Do I need to fix that?
Yeah, because it sounds like you're in a cave.
I'm in my man cave.
Yeah.
Is that better?
That's way better. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't want to sit there and listen to you go, hello, 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 hello.
Well, I do repeat myself on occasion.
Well, I talk to myself all the time. It's all right. Yeah. So, hey, how long has Lumenok been out now? 25 years? 20 years?
20 years.
20 years. I knew it was one or the other. Man, can you believe that? I've been on the air for 25 years. Can you believe we've been around that long doing business?
It's hard to believe that much time has passed.
I know. I still remember when you guys came out, and you were all the rage at ATA, man. Everybody was talking about Lumenoks. People were going to rock concerts with arrows so they could light up the concert with the Lumenoks. You guys, there were people out there just doing crazy stuff when you guys launched.
Well, it was kind of crazy developing it. It's been a great ride. Still having fun doing it.
Yeah, and you guys started out as a golf company, didn't you? Like a golf accessories company?
Oh, no. Catfishing.
Catfishing?
Yeah, lighted jugs, lighted bank poles.
I thought you guys were out there putting like little ball markers and stuff on the with that lighted up so people could actually see where they're putting.
Oh, no.
Wrong, sir.
We do have a golf aid.
I know. I'm just teasing you. So how did you go from catfishing to archery?
Well, we fished and we hunted and we were just trying to dream up something. Never did we imagine that we'd get an idea that caught fire like this one did.
Yeah.
But you never know until you put your heads together, right?
Yeah, you don't know until you try, Eric. There's a lot of truth in that. So let's just talk about the knock. You know, there's a lot of lighted knock companies out there, and I'm not, no pun intended, I'm not knocking anybody. We don't do that on the show. We always just try to keep things positive. But the one thing I will say about Lumenok that separates, I think, from other companies is that you guys actually start with a standard knock. And why that's so... Eric, can you explain why that's so important?
Well, of course, standard knocks function like standard knocks.
Yeah.
They put the bowstring well. And it was... Well, first of all, we didn't have the resources to make our own knock mold back then. So we had to use a standard knock.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to use whatever arrows that were on the market were using then. So our first knock was actually a knock that fit over carbon shafts. Remember the old pole-treated carbon shafts?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, the first knocks we built, we actually built in the back end of one of those knocks that fit over that shaft. Believe it or not, we built our switch out of a little chunk of silicone with brass foil wrapped partway around it. And when you compressed it, it completed the circuit.
Yep. I'm listening. You keep talking. I'm listening.
That was exactly what we did. And within about a week of having the idea, we had our first Lumenok.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a Lumenok, but it was a lighted knock.
No, I get it. You know,
now we make knocks fit virtually every arrow on the market.
Boy, you do too, because I mean, I had to switch arrow diameters a couple different times this last couple of years, and I mean, I call Eric and say, hey, this isn't going to fit. What do I need to do? And he goes, well, this is a .001 size. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, that's how I mean, it's just, he starts throwing all these numbers at me. And it's like, will it fit this shaft? He goes, yeah, I'll make it fit. Okay. So, but you know what? Eric, I'm just going to say it like it is. I think using a standard knock or the knock that comes standardized in the industry is so important, because that knock is going to fit your bowstring and the arrow shaft better than a different type or a different kind of knock company, because those are standardized, and you really want as tight of a seal in that shaft with that knock, and you want to be able to, when you clip that knock on your bowstring, you want to be able to make sure that knock is grabbing that string, because that's going to lead to less failures than any other thing. If you got a knock that's not tight on your string, that's where you start, when that string or that bow goes off, that's when you start having other issues that's not good in the field.
Well, I still to this day get horror stories about how knocks fall off strings when bow hunters are sitting in their stands. Not our knocks, but it was always imperative for us to build a knock that functioned like a knock should.
Right.
So we've always tried to adhere to those standardized sizes and fits. Most rings are specific sizes, of course.
Right. Well, when you put that knock on, when you put your arrow on your string, you want to hear that. You want to hear it secure to the string. I mean, folks, just say it like it is. I mean, over the years, hey, good morning, Paul Butsky. How you doing there, Hall of Famer? Good to see you. Do you know who Paul Butsky is? Eric?
No, I don't know Paul Butsky.
Paul Butsky is one of the best turkey hunters in the nation. He is in the National Wild Turkey Federation Hall of Fame, Turkey Hall of Fame. Paul Butsky call maker from way back, and he's one of my heroes growing up.
I should get to know Paul. I'm a terrible turkey guy.
Well, if Paul, we're talking to Eric Price over at Lumenok in Illinois. If Paul Butsky took you hunting, Eric, you'd be tagged out in 20 minutes.
Then what would I do with the rest of my day? Maybe I'd go golfing.
You go golfing. I always tease Eric about how much he golfs. But I don't. Over the years, Eric. I mean, I've actually filming the show when I was filming Outdoors Traditions TV for 20 years. I probably had several times where I used. Because of partnerships or business, I had to use a different product, and I'm not going to say what it was to be fair. But when I put my arrow on my bowstring, and when I went to full draw, my arrow fell off, and that's not good, Eric. I mean, you want it. That's why you want to use a standardized knock, and make sure that that knock is gonna be secured, because that's gonna improve a couple different things. It's not only going to be safer for you and perform the way it should, but it's also going to give you better accuracy. If it's doing the same thing repetitively every shot, your groups are going to tighten up, and you're going to be a better bow hunter or a better archer. I mean, that's as honest as I can be about it, Eric.
Well, that's exactly right. When we started out, we used primarily knocks from the boating company, the boating archery company. But over the years, I've managed to develop our own knocks. It allows us to better control quality, because everything's exactly as it needs to be to construct a Lumenok. And just makes life much easier in the manufacturing process.
Yeah. Good morning, Roger, up in New York. Good morning, Jesse. Good to see you. Jesse, you getting some studs on camera, buddy. Good to see you. Good morning, Rick. Eric, what I love about what you guys do over there at Lumenok, when I miss, I'm able to go, if I can't find my shaft, if it's still pretty bright and stuff, if I go out early the next morning or just wait till the evening when I walk out and I go over, I'm able to find my arrow really quickly, because that knock is like a torch, man. And, by the time you have your broadhead, your arrow shaft, and everything else, you got $25-30 in that arrow. And
but more than that, Dan, you've probably spent a great deal of time preparing a great stand setup.
Yep.
And you don't have to walk all over it.
Yep.
To go find your arrow, and you have to find your arrow.
Oh, you got to find your arrow.
Just to know you missed.
Yep. That's a great point. I mean, that was my argument for a long time for states that were not letting you use a lighted knock, and it's like, why would they not want you to recover your arrow so if you hit the animal, first of all, because your eyes can play tricks on you. I mean, especially low light situations, and you should recover that arrow, because I was brought up that way. When I shoot, it's your responsibility to make sure to go after, and if you hit that animal, your job's not done until you recover it. And sometimes we fudge a shot and you don't recover that deer, but I'll look for 3 or 4 days. My hunt's over with when I shoot, until I know that animal's okay, or that I tagged him. That's just the way I was brought up.
That is exactly the impetus for the development of the Lumenok. A shot was taken, suspected miss, but until he found the arrow, my little brother was running this through his head.
Yeah.
The conversation that evening was where the Lumenok started. So that's the reason.
Yeah, and you do a good job. How many different sizes and colors do you have?
Well, for vertical bows, we have 4 different sizes of knocks that essentially cover 5 different sizes of arrows. For the micro diameter shafts, we developed an outsert system that allows us to use a larger 6mm knock on the 4mm ID shafts.
Yeah.
So virtually all the arrows for vertical bows, and when it comes to crossbows, we got all that covered too.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to say that if I got any crossbow hunters out there and you want to do the same thing that we're talking about with the vertical bows, you can definitely have some success with Lumenoks on your bolts. They do a good job there, and you've been doing that for a couple of years now too, haven't you, Eric?
A couple years?
Yeah, what, 10 years?
Oh no, longer than that. Since 2006.
The crossbow bolts?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, we used to machine them start to finish.
Really? Is that why you're so grouchy?
Yeah, it's one of the reasons. Here in about an hour, I'll be at the shop answering questions about that. All the email that comes to Lumenok.com to the contacts page.
Yeah.
Comes to me, and I do everything I can to stay up on that.
No, you do a great job, buddy. Morning, Dr. Don. Good morning, Mike. Hey, before I let you go, I want to talk about squaring your arrows, because I know a lot of folks don't think about that. And you know, whenever I talk about arrow building or shooting my bow, I always try to talk about consistency, and I want to talk about accuracy. And one of the things that starts with accuracy is when you build your arrows. And if you're building your arrows at home, which a lot of folks are doing now, Eric, and I enjoy it. I enjoy putting my vanes and cutting my own arrows. I've got an arrow saw. I've got my own jigs, fletching jigs, and I do that in the off season to give me something to do, and it just makes me feel like I'm getting ready to go hunting. But when you cut those arrows, you want to cut on each end. But your job's not over then. You want to make sure that you square that arrow. You want to make it flush and even on both ends. You guys actually have a really nice little tool. It's called the FAST tool that actually helps do that. And tell everybody real quick why that's so important.
Well, FAST is an acronym. It stands for Fast Arrow Squaring, or Fletch Arrow Squaring Tool. When we were faced with this, I actually built a device that helped me measure squareness at the end of the shaft.
Uh-huh.
And I tested arrow saws, and I found that none of them squared the end of the shaft, even if you tried very carefully to do it.
Yep.
Because arrow saw blades are flexible.
Mm-hmm.
If they weren't flexible, they'd blow up all the time. But with the fast squaring tool, it allows you to literally get it dead on. And eliminating variables when you're building your bullets is key to getting accurate shots.
Yep. Yeah, if your arrow's not squared, it's not going to be accurate. If you got arrows floating all over the place, part of your problem is your arrows probably aren't squared. And Eric, it only takes you put that on each end you put that in the tool, and I actually took my fast tool and I screwed it down to a big wooden block so it would anchor it down. And I put my arrow in the V's, and on one end of the V edge there's like a little sandpaper dial, and you just take your arrow and you rotate it back and forth about 15-20 times, and then flip it and do it on both ends. And it doesn't take very long to square that arrow shaft.
No, just seconds, literally.
Yeah, and I've probably had. How often do you need to change the sandpaper on that thing?
Well, they come with 3 3/4-inch dots.
Yep.
That you can connect to the anvil on the end, but you can actually rotate that dot several times to expose new abrasive to the area where you're squaring. And the cool thing about it is you can go to the hardware store and buy self-adhesive pads, and you've got a lifetime supply.
Yeah, I don't think I've changed mine in probably a year and a half. I mean, it still squares it up. I mean, I can look down and see the little carbon dust and stuff, so I know it's working. But that fast tool, Eric, is a great little tool.
Yeah, and we actually, when we got into the crossbow bolt business, we actually make bolts called Lumenok bolts.
Mm-hmm.
100% carbon shafts. That was one of the things, that was one of our selling points, because the ones that we sell are of course, square.
Right.
And we've even got a catalog page on our website, Lumenok.com, that allows you to build a bolt.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You get to choose your bolt length. You get to choose the fletching. We've got a couple of options for point insert weight. And, of course, the color of Lumenok and the profile, flat, crescent, or capture knot.
Yeah.
So whatever you need, we can supply.
And if you're partially colorblind like I am, get the green because you can see that really, really good. So that's a good deal. Right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Go green. Get the green Lumenok. That's the only green you need to worry about. And we'll leave it at that, right, Eric?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, here's the nice thing about Lumenoks. Everything's made in Illinois in the U.S. So you got a U.S.-based small business company that's been doing it for 20 years, and it's always good to promote your local U.S.-based companies, right, Eric?
That's correct.
There you go. Eric, I always thank you for helping me find my arrows after I miss. I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you using them, Dan.
Well, I've been using them for a long time, buddy. You guys do a great job. So, hey, send me some pics when you get a couple of deer down.
Will do. It might be geese.
Well, hey, that's all right. Send me some pics.
Maybe doves.
Yeah, hey, dove season's coming up next week.
How about a pile of squirrels?
Oh, you know what? I love squirrel and dumplings.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff, man. Eric, thank you for everything you do. We always appreciate you, and I'll be in touch soon, okay?
Okay, you be safe out there.
I'm going moose hunting in 3 weeks. I'm hoping I get to put a big old Lumenok behind a big old Volkswagen moose.
Well, I hope you get to do it at 5 steps from the ground.
Yeah, 15 or 20 would be fine with me. 5's a little close, but I'll send you some. If I get one, you'll hear about it.
Well, I can't wait.
All right. Thanks, buddy. I always appreciate you.
Take care, Dan.
Thank you. There he goes, Eric Price. Good fella right there, Lumenok. It is 8:21. Man, the time just flies today. 8:21. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Everyone that goes outdoors needs a good partner. One partner that's very important is a good knife.
8:21 already.
Knives has knives and tools for every outdoor situation.
What?
Whether you're into hunting, fishing, camping, climbing, or hiking. For hunting, you can't go wrong with the Lone Rock sheath knife. These sheath-style knives feature a gut hook or classic clip blade design and are great for hunting. The handles are made to stay in your hand and not slip, and the blades are made with the highest quality high-carbon stainless steel. When you get your game down, try an RBK skinning knife.
Tony says he likes red.
Change out blades as they wear down, so you're always keeping the sharpest point on your game. There's even an extra handle, so your buddy can help you cape out your game, saving time on getting your valuable meat cooled down fast. Kershaw has knives for people on the go, like the brand new Shuffle. This new folding knife has great looks, a tool option, and opens beverages. Perfect for when you're on the go. Check out all the knives at KershawKnives.com or at sporting goods stores near you.
What are you doing?
Kershaw Knives, an outdoor partner you can count on.
When did I say I was going to get you back on?
This is Dave from JLM Shooter Supply in Urbandale. We are a full-service gun shop that specializes.
You're as bad as I am. That's not good. Yeah. Are you going to be going to Nebraska games? All right. Well, why don't I? Okay. So I'm going to be traveling next month. I'm going to be gone for several, like 10 days. So why don't we try to get you on in October? Is that okay? You gonna what weekends you're going to be out of town in October?
Full-time gunsmith on board that can help with all your gun repair needs. So from ammo and hearing protection to gun cleaning kits, holsters, and sights.
So if I send you a couple, I'll just send you some dates and just tell me which ones work.
Please stop by and see us.
Is that okay?
6931 Douglas Avenue.
All right. Your golf tournament, was that good?
At 515-331-1577. That's 515-331.
Good for you. That's awesome. Everybody like all the stuff? Okay. All right. All right. Well, listen. Tell the wifey hi, and I'll talk to you here in a couple weeks. Okay. Thanks, Dr. Don. I appreciate you. Hey, and how you guys coming on those podcasts?
Campride employees are outdoor enthusiasts that use and design each product to make sure your adventures are ones you'll want to remember. They carry great tents like the original.
Okay. All right. Well, let me know when you got about 10 or 12 in the bank. All right. Thanks, buddy. Bye-bye.
Camprite features several models of 10 cuts.
He's off today.
Single and double
Of course he
units.
is.
Yeah.
We also specialize in sleeping bags.
Morning, Roger.
Chairs, and other fine quality outdoor products. With over 17 years of field testing all these great outdoor gear products, Camprite is the right choice to make your adventures comfortable and carefree.
Tony, I can't see red because I'm partially colorblind. I have a hard time seeing red, buddy. Green's for me, buddy. It's like a torch. Yeah, come back with that, actually.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Yeah, I'll have to do my little Smoking Joe imitation. Hey, Dan. Well, hey, Dan. How's it going, you groovy guy, you?
Organization that is focused on not only what hunting is, but what it does for the state of Iowa.
Joints,
Did you know
Dan.
hunting in Iowa annually brings in huge economic resources to our state? Hunters buy tags and permits every year.
Hey, Dan. What's going on, you groovy guy, you?
Gas stations, convenience stores, outfitters, and guides all over the state of Iowa. That leads to hundreds of millions of dollars in state taxes and retail sales that help keep Iowa moving forward. Anti-hunting groups are working hard every year to limit your ability to hunt here, so Hunting Works for Iowa is partnering with not only hunters, but businesses all across the state to protect your rights. If you want to learn more about Hunting Works for Iowa, or if you're interested in becoming a partner, please go check out their website at huntingworksforiowa.com.
Hi, this is your old friend Speed.
Hi, Speed. Well, I bet it took him 3 days to recover after the fair. That guy worked his tail off at the fair, man.
We've got a nice selection of new onward cards, as well as a good mix of utility cards as well. We've got a number of pre-owned golf cards available with fancy wheels, stereo. We've got it here at Speed's Golf Cards. Let the folks at Speed's handle your golf cart needs. Check out our website for a complete inventory at speedsgolfcars.com.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Gonna take you for a ride in my brand new car.
All right, that sound can mean only one thing. The man, the myth, the legend, Smoking Joe Smelter from Carl Chevrolet is on the line. Let's go say hi to Joe. Morning, Joe. Hey, Dan, how's it going there, you groovy guy, you? Joe, what's going on at the Rock today? We got sales, Dan. It's insane, Dan. If you got a car that you want to trade in, you're going to get top dollar. If you got something that you want to buy, like we got your new truck in, Dan. You know, Joe, I'm glad you said that. I've been waiting for my new truck, and it's almost ready, Dan. I'm telling you, Dan, you're going to be a grooving, styling guy in the woods this year. That's right. You know what, Dan? Well, you know, Joe, I try to be styling and profiling whatever I can, Joe. You know, that's just the way I roll. Oh, that's good, Dan. I like that. That's the way you roll. I gotta use that myself, man. You groovy guy, you camouflage Casanova. You know, I gotta tell you, Joe, I appreciate the compliments. I know you're all fired up this morning, and you guys, hey, they got that new incentive out there, that 2.89. You sound like Julia Child. Yeah, thanks, Jenny. I appreciate that.
Spot on.
Yeah. So, that new finance rate at 2.89 for qualified buyers and no payments up to 3 months. I'm actually going to get a chance to take advantage of a promo, getting a truck. You know, Dan, that's exactly right. We waited till you were given that truck there. So, we want to make sure that you're heading down the road and saving some money. I said, all right, well, Joe, I appreciate that, buddy. I can't wait to see you next week. We have that thing ready to rock and roll. And, thanks for being such a good guy, Dan. Well, Joey, I appreciate that, buddy. Hey, where can they find you? Oh, we're over at the Rock in Ankeny. Ask for Smoking Joe Smelter. And we'll take great care of you because we want to make sure that we represent the Outdoors Dan Show phenomenally. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you. You rock, Dan. Thanks, Joe. See you later. There you go, Smoking Joe Smelter. That didn't sound like Julia Child.
That was a Muppets version of Julia Child.
That was not. My wife has got this thing about Julia Child. She's been watching these movies and stuff. And it's like I have to admit, I watch it with her because I want to make sure she feels like I'm invested in our time. And they're not bad. But Julia Childs was she was a pioneer, man. She was a rebel. She was a rebel. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a rebel.
Now, see, if I was going to do Julia Childs, it'd be more like, so today we're taking the private...
Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Thing.
No!
You did the same thing.
So you telling me I think Joe in my subconscious sounds like Julia Childs?
Like the Muppets version, yes.
Yeah.
Comical Muppets version. Yes.
Well, that's his own fault for being off work today.
Yeah, if he's gone,
if I got to do his commercial for him, I'm going to have some fun with it.
Exactly.
You camouflage Casanova.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That's another good idea.
Yeah, I should get that. The camouflage Casanova.
And it's a different duck.
It's a different duck. I'm telling you, those are money, man.
You got 2 of them.
I do.
Let's go for it.
George better. Yeah, I wasn't going for Julia Childs. I was going for more like a Muppet.
Well, you did get that Muppet.
Yeah.
But
I was going to do Yoda. Carl Chevrolet, deals we have, rates we save you.
That's good too.
Yeah, see, but
it's a long. I
channeled my inner Julia.
You did. Although I liked a couple weeks ago. Or it was last time you did.
I don't even remember how that was. It was like, didn't you say I sounded like a Muppet then too?
No, it's. You were.
I was trying to go for Shaggy, like Scooby.
You
Scoob. Zoinks! Zoinks! I can't do
That's
Scooby.
more like Velma.
Yeah, I can't do Scooby or Shaggy, man. It just, I don't know, Scoob. I just can't do it. Man. I just can't. I could try. Next time I try to do Smelter, maybe I'll do Yogi Bear.
Well, that's what you sounded like last time.
Yogi Bear?
Yeah, you kind of went, and then you kind of, I don't know.
That's no stranger. That's my truck ranger.
You got a little accent on it last time.
Yeah.
Kind of made it weird.
I don't know. I just think they should, if he's going to be on the show, he should be on the show.
You there?
Yeah. That sounded like Miss Piggy trying to sound like Shaggy. Thanks, Jim. Kirby. See, I can do,
Yeah, again, you were kind of...
Huh?
I don't think you're varying much right now.
Well, see, everybody was making fun of my Swedish Chef thing when I tried to do the Swedish Chef, so I quit doing that.
Hey, I was on board with it. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I could do Shaggy, man. I miss Scooby-Doo.
You're my boy, bro.
I'm telling you. Scooby-Doo, in my humble opinion, was one of the best cartoons out there. I growing up. And then Captain Caveman. Scooby-Doo and Captain Caveman were my 2 favorite cartoons.
I really liked Speed Racer.
Nah.
And Scooby's classic.
No, Scooby, man. Until they brought that Scrappy thing in there, then it wasn't as good.
Yeah, they tried to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Wrong kind of spice.
I mean, how many people can't relate to a guy and his dog? That's what Scooby-Doo was all about. A Shaggy and his dog.
Yeah. Loved it.
Everybody can relate to their dog.
Sure can.
Raven. Raven. Oh, it's National Dog Day yesterday. I put a post on Facebook with Muzzy. I miss Muzzy. I can't believe Muzzy's been gone for 2 years. He was such a good dog. My yellow lab. He was such a sweet dog. Raven, I love Raven, but I miss Muzzy.
Yeah.
It's a shame. I don't know why dogs don't make it to 20 years. I wish God, when God made dogs, he made something that's going to love you unconditionally no matter what, no matter how bad the weather is, the day is. You lock your wife and a dog up in a trunk of a car and come back 3 hours later and see which one's glad to see you. It's the dog, I'm telling you. The dog will always be glad to see you. And I've never had a dog like Raven. That dog waits for me in the garage until I come home. If I leave for a hunting trip, he sits out there all day waiting for me to come home. I've never had a dog do that.
What a guy.
I'm telling you, he's a dog, all right. And he loves his mom.
Of course.
Well, sure, she fixes him gourmet meals.
Yeah. You have to marry the cook.
Yeah, that dog's got it made. I finished the fishing reports, right? I did.
So.
I did.
It was overshadowed by your Julia Child impersonation.
I don't know why Julia Childs just came out of me, but today we're going to take venison souffle and make it in the oven at 375 degrees. Oh, it looks so lovely.
Yeah, but you had a little bit more grovel in your voice when you were
doing Joe. Yeah, well,
it's just that's like where I got the Muppet thing.
I don't know. Tony says the dog.
Oh yeah, the dog.
Yeah, the dog's always going to be happy to see you.
Dog may not know any better, but he'll be happy to see it.
Spell dog. Backwards or forwards, the word dog is always a man's best friend, or humanity's best friend.
Yep.
Dog spelled backwards is God. I mean, come on.
There's your thing.
There you go. I mean, how simpler do you have to say that?
You can't.
Yeah.
Spot on.
It's all there,
Black and white, clear as crystal. Quit playing that. So, all right, I got that $0.01 mini unit. Is it Labor Day weekend this weekend? Is Monday a Labor Day holiday?
I believe so.
Is it really?
Or
or is it next week? When is Labor Day? See, I can't. Is it the last weekend of August, or is it the? It's always the last day. I guess it probably is this weekend, isn't it?
I thought it was the last day, though. I guess
Well, the last day of August is what? Next Tuesday or Wednesday? Let's see. It's because the 31st is Wednesday. I gotta Google it. I don't even know when
Labor Day is the 5th of September.
So it's next week. Okay. So not this weekend, but next weekend, Winston's having a huge sale. Thank you, Neil. Winston is having a big sale. This $0.01 mini unit that I'm going to give one away. Joe at Winston was nice enough to send me. These are brand new, man. These are hot off the presses. And I just put it. This is that little battery-powered Winston unit that I put on Facebook yesterday. That I showed. I love this thing. I'm going to use the heck out of this stuff. I'm going to put one of these right inside my buck decoy when I get ready to start decoying. That October 24th, 25th, 26th, I'm going to take one of these and put a buck scent in it, and I'm going to just flip the switch, and every 60 seconds that scent comes out, and I'm going to put that inside the cavity of my Dave Smith decoy. Whoever wins my buck decoy will be able to do the same thing. And then I'm going to take one of these things. They're super lightweight. That's what I love about them. And then I'm going to take one of these and put them in the tree with me, and I'm going to put a cover scent on there to give me some extra protection. So I'm telling you what, I'm really fired up about it. It takes 3 AA batteries. I'm going to give one of these away, and here's the deal. Let's see. I'm going to do trivia questions. So we already got the burger button, thanks to Mike.
Thanks,
so
Mike.
just make sure you haven't won anything in the last 30 days. And let's see. What do I need to ask? All right. Let's see. What do I need to ask? I'm going to do something that you can't Google, but I'm going to try and make it easy. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to think on the fly here. Cut it out.
No, cut that out.
Let's see. Okay, I got it. You ready?
Bada bing, bada boom. You're out of beer.
I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll give you the trivia question when I come back. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN. Turkey.
You love hearing that old Tom sound off while you're in the field? Well, then you need to check out Alive Action Decoys. Hey guys, it's Outdoors Dan here. Alive Action Decoys are one of the most realistic decoy systems you can deploy.
Julia Childs. He'll Smelter will love that.
Start with a Dave Smith gobbler decoy and then apply their patent system that allows you to
He was
raise
on
your
last week,
decoy
right?
tail fan up and down, move it
He's
side to side.
He's been on
and
3 or 4
walk
times
that
this year.
tom up and back while it's on the platform. Alive Action Decoys are so amazingly lifelike that they're going to fool even the weariest old boss Tom you got running around your woods. Plus, the good thing is they're made right here in the good old US of A. For more information about Alive Action Decoys, please check them out on Facebook or call them at 815-674-1626. Take it from me,
Yo,
Outdoors
dude.
Dan.
What you
They're
doing,
gonna help you
dude?
be more successful
like
in the
that.
field this year.
Hey, dude.
In the mood for a great
What you
family
doing?
treat or a special gift idea? Hop on over to the Lotta Pop
You did the
store,
dude
located at
thing.
647 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny.
man.
That's where you'll find over
We got
30
rebates,
flavors of the most
man.
delicious Iowa-grown popcorn in the central Iowa area.
We got some special financing, man. Come on, we'll make your day.
Kettle corn, jalapeno cheddar, cheddar cheese, birthday cake, or
I bought my last new truck. They're getting too expensive.
Don't say that. Pick out the perfect variety pack.
It's stupid.
Lotta Papa has everything you'll need, from ready-to-eat popcorn to all the fixings.
I told Jenny I'm going to keep this one for 4 years. I bought a 100,000-mile powertrain warranty on
It's the
it.
same great popcorn you'll find at the Iowa State Games, locally grown and popular.
I mean, it's just nuts what they're
Lotta
going
Pop can help with any special occasion, corporate events, and special fundraising for your school. For more information, contact Lotta Pop at 515.
Morning, Jake.
3243 or go online at lottapop.com. Lotta Pop, great tasting popcorn from Iowa since 1969.
Hey, are you in the market for a new RV this year? Here's a place to help you start looking for that new travel partner for your next vacation or outdoor adventure. Head on over to the friendly folks at Imperial RV
Is it
Center.
really
in
8:39?
Imperial RV has been serving
Man,
Iowa
I'm
camping
behind.
enthusiasts for 50 years.
Well.
They carry pull-behind or fifth-wheel RVs from Sprinter, Hideout, Passport, and Alpine.
once
They
they hit
now
48,
carry
definitely
SMC
hear another
horse
break.
trailers that have built-in living quarters for rodeo.
We
and
got
horse
one more big
lovers.
one?
Imperial RV
Yeah.
also features a full-service
And then
center
our
ready for
57.
any repair that your RV might have. Imperial RV can finance on-site to help you with all your financing needs. They also have a full-service parts department for anything you might need to keep your camper going. They're open Monday through Saturday, located at 1727 South Ankeny Boulevard in Ankeny, Iowa. Please call them at 515-964-1424 or check them out online at imperialrvcenter.com. That's imperialrvcenter.com. Imperial Center in Ankeny, making memories to last a lifetime.
There you go, Jeff. Lake of the Woods, man. Good fishing up there. I love Rainy River, man. I love fishing the mouth of the Rainy right there at the lake. I caught a lot of nice walleye and sauger right there. That's a neat place. I like it up there.
Tackle and apparel every crappie angler will appreciate. So before you head to your favorite
There's some sturgeon in there too, man. I hooked a sturgeon in there.
They will help you catch more.
That's a different looking fish, man. They're neat. Big old prehistoric looking thing.
Lots of flavor, lots of goodness, thick and rich, lots of fun. Hey America, when you barbecue, try Cookies barbecue sauce for a treat. Cookies barbecue sauce is the barbecue sauce. America.
Hey, there you go, Jake. You're going to be hitting that right. Vermilion's doing really well, man.
We know that protecting your
I talked to a buddy of mine up there. They caught a lot of fish last week.
insurance is an easy way to help make
That's good. And then Mille Lacs is starting to relax the walleye bite up there. That's where next year I'm going to hit Winnie and Mille Lacs because Mille Lacs is stacked with walleye. I like Lake Mille Lacs. That's a pretty area.
American Family Insurance.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on Des Moines Sports Leader, 1350 ESPN.
All right, welcome back to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan, which is also proud to say that they have a dentist by the name of Dr. Scott Obi-Wan Kenobi Yagi. Just got to see Dr. Yagi. They brushed and cleaned my teeth and polished them up and told me I didn't have any cavities. I was so happy. I was so proud I didn't have any cavities. And he's just sat there and told me how proud he was of me. And, you know, you keep brushing and flossing and doing all that stuff. And I said, thank you, Dr. Yagi. I appreciate that. And then he told me the news. Uh-oh. When he says uh-oh, I don't like hearing uh-oh. Because you got maybe a little crack going on a tooth. You might have to get a crown soon. I hate crowns, man. I hate it. But you know what? If I had to go get a crown put on anywhere, it would be Advanced Family Dentistry because they don't hurt me when I do it. It's just annoying. You know, but you know what? I love everybody there at Advanced Family Dentistry. They're so nice. Dr. Williams, Dr. Brandt, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Yagi, Obi-Wan. He's a Jedi dentist. He'll take good care of you. And, you know, if I do have to get a crown, I can get everything done in one day. I don't have to get a temporary. They can build your crown right there. It's awesome. So if you're going to have to go through it, you need to go through it at Advanced Family Dentistry over there at 907 North Ankeny Boulevard. You can check them out at ankenysmiles.com. The phone number, if you want to call and make an appointment, is 515-964-1490. And when you leave, they should say, may the floss be with you.
The floss will be with you.
I'm ignoring you, Obi-Wan. All right, so there you go. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to give away this 1 cent mini. And let's see. How was I going to give this away? I had it.
Break.
I had it during the break. Now I totally forgot what I was going to ask. Man, that's horrible. 1 cent mini. What was I going to use it?
Nothing like on the fly.
Did I tell you what I was going to do?
No. You look like a deer in the headlights, and then you're a deer.
I know, and it's horrible. It's horrible. So you're gonna get the 1 cent mini unit, and you're gonna get the Deceiver sent from 1 cent. So this is their own 1 cent cartridge. So this will last you for probably 5 to 6 days when you're out there hunting. So, and then you can always go on 1 Cent's website and pick out different scents. Like I used a lot of the pure whitetail stuff, like the White Lightning or the Cash, the mature buck. So you can do that. So if you haven't won anything in the last 30 days,
maybe you can do your own impression of Joe.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I would.
No, I'm not going to do that. Let's see.
That'd be funny.
No. Oh man, I gotta hurry up because I'm running out of time. Trying to make it super easy, but not real easy.
Is it gaggle proof?
Google proof is what I said I was going to do, right?
I know.
All right.
Is it gonna be proof, or do we just? This is the thought process live on air. Hopefully you're enjoying this.
Trying to think. All right, I got it. 244-1350. 244-1350 is the numbers to call. And what state did I shoot my biggest bear in? What state did I shoot my biggest bear in?
Bada bing, bada boom. You're out of bear.
That's going to be the answer. So I need to know the answer, or that's going to be the question. Just give 244-1350. What state did I shoot my biggest bear with? And I'll give you a hint. It was a bow shot. So, and we'll get that to you. All right, outdoor.
Some interesting bear stories.
I have a lot of bear stories.
A lot of interesting bear.
Yeah, don't hunt bear. Always wear clothes.
Okay, that got a little different.
Yeah, there you go. Outdoor calendar. The ultimate archery competition will be September 2nd through the 4th. $5,000 in prizes for you to win Friday through Sunday at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona. They're going to have single and team competitions. They're going to have speed rounds, speed competitions there. They'll have several different event for you to take advantage of. If you want more information about this, $5,000 in prizes, and the Outdoor Call Radio app is a proud sponsor of this event. Just give Mark a call over there at Archery Field and Sports in Altoona, and he will get you registered. The Big Iowa Jeep Show is September 17th and 18th in Cambridge, Iowa. If you like 4x4 vehicles, if you like to go and run obstacle courses, you like to run different like a balancing beam, you want to do trail rides, you want to see a lot of vendors, food, kids activities, this is an event for you. And it's easy to get into, easy to get out. If you want to go camping, they got camping available. It's the Big Iowa Jeep and 4x4 event show, September 17th and 18th in Cambridge, Iowa. And they even have military exhibits going on there. Just go look up the Iowa Jeep Club on Facebook if you want information, but that's going to be a big event in Cambridge. They do a great job with that as well. And I'm just waiting for my little buddy to get me some names, and we'll try and give this stuff away. So, let's see. Who do you got? Let me see the sign. Let me see the sign.
We can do sign. We got Ken starting us off.
And Ken, let's go say hi to Ken. Good morning, Ken.
Hello.
What's up?
Oh, I hope we win your item there.
Yeah. What do you think?
Minnesota.
It is Minnesota, 425 pounder. Congratulations, Kenny.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You know, you're gonna love that thing, Ken. You can use that as an air freshener in your truck. Get the pine scent cartridge, and then that way you'll always smell piney.
All
right, Kenny. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
There he goes, Kenny Cole. Congratulations. Yeah, this is a neat deal. I got a couple more we're going to give away here in the next week or two. So if you didn't get on, don't worry about it. And we'll get you hooked up. I got broadheads to give away here pretty quick, and I got to take a break. Let me take a break. We'll be right back on 1350 ESPN.
Are you into hunting, fishing, camping, or tailgating? If you are, we'd like to introduce you to Arctic Ice. Arctic Ice is a brand new way to keep your game, beverages, and camping supplies cold and fresh. Wherever your adventure takes you, Arctic Ice packs are a rugged ice substitute that maintains low temperature longer.
Good job, Brad. I'll plug it. I got to be careful on that because they always send me that, but they always call it the Shield shoot, and I can't say Shields on the show. So, but I'll say the Mid-Iowa shoot going on. Thank you, Brad.
Try the Tundra packs that can keep your wild game and fish at dry ice temperatures for the travel back home. For tailgating or camping, try the Chilling Brew packs. Keep your beverages of choice at frosty cold temperatures 4 times longer than ice cap.
Yeah, and I got be careful because I've already got all next weekend.
Of regular ice, go check out Arctic Ice Packs today. You can find models of Arctic Ice Packs at Sportsman's Warehouse or at www.arctic-ice.com.
Let's talk about a story. An Iowa story about a
Revelton
dream that took several years to come true.
I got to redo this commercial.
It's the story of Revelton
They got
Distilling
their
Company.
they got their rye whiskey coming out here in a month.
Born from the labor of Rob and Christina Taylor. It's amazing hearing the customers' descriptions of how unique each bottle looks and how each spirit tastes satisfying.
Smeltzer, are you watching us this morning? Did you hear me do your commercial?
American gin or vodkas.
Joey?
Joe, I will send you the audio clip.
Flavor profiles the mixologists are creating
That was my best Joe impersonation, Joe.
Wednesday through Sunday in Osceola. They're located at 1400 West Clay Street, right off I-35.
It's going to be
Revelton
the most
Distillery Fine Spirits are
about.
also available at your local grocery and other retailers around Iowa.
It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Well, Munson hasn't called us in ages. I don't know what's up with him.
If it's time to
He's busy writing a book.
time to sit back and unwind, well, then it's time.
Well, his daughter got killed. Her husband killed her. You didn't know about that?
I didn't realize that was him.
That was Randy. I can't remember where it was, but he killed her with a pitchfork. And he's in jail the rest of his life. But Randy's writing a book about it.
That'll help you see more deer. Pure Whitetail's natural and synthetic products are developed straight off their farm. Scents like Bedded Up, Fixation.
I actually saw that on Core TV the other day. It's like I was watching that. I was flipping through and I just started watching it. And then it said Iowa. And I saw it. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's Randy Munson's daughter.
It's a community of
It's about 4 or 5 years ago now.
PureWhitetail.com and check out all they have to offer.
I never put the two
hunting gear,
together.
seed, grilling sauces, coffee, apparel, field staff opportunities,
That's awful.
and families. Want to be more successful in the field? Go to PureWhitetail.com or look them up on Facebook. If you love to hunt, join the Pure Whitetail family today.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling
I gotta give me a
system.
duck call and see if I can do that feeding call.
Too dry and giving your family issues? A
Not gonna be good.
dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve
I love
the
duck,
issue
man.
right
Duck's
away.
good to eat.
Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will
Man,
bring
this show
you
went quick.
peace of mind under your roof every
It did.
day.
Hey guys, Jackie Bushman here with
I'm not
Buckmasters.
doing
When
3
it comes
hours.
to food plot seed and deer
I'm just
feed, the
not.
Mississippi-based
I can
Backwoods
do it.
Attractions product line
That's
has you
too
covered.
long.
From their food plot blends
3
like
hours of
Lazy
me?
Lazy
No
Acre,
way.
Clover Deluxe,
Nobody'd
and
listen.
the popular Dixie 6 to their attractants like Game Changer, Sweet Stuff, and Buck Robber. The best way to put it is, if you're not using Backwoods Attraction products, you better hope your neighbor isn't either. From small
2
to
hours
large
is
acreage,
plenty.
Backwoods Attraction has the feed and seed.
I'm already doing 6 shows a week
So
now.
do yourself a favor and swing by and support your local co-op or farm supply
Yeah.
store and ask for Backwoods Attraction to set yourself up for a successful fall.
You're listening to the Outdoor Call Radio with Outdoors Dan on 1350 ESPN.
Next week, ducks, doves, and everything else going on. The guys, the gals at Mid-Iowa Archers has got a big shoot going on at the Warren County Ikes this weekend. So if you get a chance to go fling some arrows, you want to have some fun, that's always a good shoot. They do a good job over there, and that's Mid-Iowa Archers. I think that's my home archery group, actually. Skippy Peterson! How you doing there, Skippy? Good to see you. I'm a lifetime member of the Iowa Bow Hunters. But I think Mid-Iowa is my home chapter.
There you go.
Yep. That's the way I set it up. I did. I said, son. I did. I said, son. That's the way it is, son. Yep. Yep.
Gotta get that in the button.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. All right, so I told you about Mark's big shoot. You're welcome, Kenny. Congratulations. Kenny will be playing with that Winston. You'll be... You know what I saw? I couldn't believe it. I just actually I almost had to stop and take a double take. I'm on my way home the other day, and I live on the south side, and I'm driving down the road, and there's this chicken on the side of the road eating. And it's like, it's a banty rooster chicken. You know, it's not a white chicken. It's a colored chicken. You know, the banty colored, you know. Yeah. And I'm going, is that a turkey? I go, that's not a turkey. Is that a pheasant? That's a chicken. And I stopped and it's like, well, should I stop and get him? And it's like, what am I going to do with a chicken? You know, if I take the chicken home, Raven's going to try and munch on him. Jenny's going to go, oh, I can hear my wife. Oh, he's so cute. We can call him Reggie. Reggie the rooster. Go put out a fence. I want to keep him. I know, I'm not doing that. So it's like, I haven't seen him, so I don't know if a fox got him or he had to get loose from somebody. But I seen him 2 days in a row, and I didn't see him this morning coming in. So I'm hoping Reggie made it. You know?
Yeah.
Either a hawk or a fox or something got him. So, but it's like, how does a chicken make it out in the south side of Des Moines?
Anything's possible nowadays.
I guess, man.
Anything.
I guess.
Good station.
I'm telling you, that poor chicken. Jones Brothers Taxidermy. You need some, get some stuff. Good morning, Brian. You need some stuff put together. They'll do it for you. You get, you get a duck. You want to get mounted. You get a moose, or a lot of folks are going mule deer hunting, elk hunting. They'll take good care of you. Tony says lunch. There you go. 515-249-4362. That's just going to do my moose if I get one. Jones Brothers Taxidermy in Mitchellville. 515-249-4362. If you're going to get Onyx, use the code. We'll go to onyx.com/hunt on their website. Don't do the app. Do it on the website. And use the OCR20. That'll get you 20% off Onyx, courtesy of the show. And that's it. We're out of here. How about that? We got a whole show done today. I want to thank my guests, Mr. George Lynch, Legendary Gear. Thanks for the waterfowl chat. Thanks to Eric over at Lumenok. And thank you for making us part of your Saturday here on the 1350 ESPN channel and on Facebook Live. We couldn't do the shows without you watching and listening. So thank you so much for being part of this little crazy thing we call the Outdoor Call Radio. We'll see you next week, God willing. Until then, be good to one another. Bye! Hey, Cody. What's going on, brother? Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Brian. Congrats, man. You're going to love it.
For some snacks to take, why not pack a snack that tastes great?
Send me some pictures, Brian. I want to see some pictures. I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you.
Slow smoked in small batches.